Well, I'd like to go back to a conversation you mentioned about the importance of technology. And certainly we've heard things about RPA and other types of maybe even AI being applied to contracting. What impacts do you see for your industry contracting workforce? And how do you plan to prepare that workforce for these changes and how they conduct business with these new technologies?
Okay, so I've always been an early adopter, I have to say, of technology. I have always used it to enhance my department, productivity, compliance. We always have to do more with less. And so I've definitely always leaned forward in this area. In 2013, I actually started rolling out a full-scale procure-to-pay system. I don't know any of my other peers that were starting then. Actually, some of mine are just now starting. So I have always been a big proponent of pooling as much data as I can. And in order to get the data, I have to have good systems. So that is something that I've always pushed. I've pushed my people and my department. And I have some really great people on my team. And in order to bring them along in the process, you have to have them bringing you ideas on how to make things more productive with technology. So I push them every year, come up with ideas. What are we going to do this year? What new technology can we look at? About a year ago, we rolled out our first bot. We call it Farbato. And that's because it uses OCR to read prime contract clauses, pull them out, all the FARs and DFARs, and then fill out our schedules that are then uploaded into our procure-to-pay system to flow down to all our suppliers. It saves tremendous amount of time for our buyers and subcontract administrators. Plus, it's extremely compliant. So those types of things are the areas that I've been working on. And really, change management is the key, bringing the people along through the process, having them volunteer, be a part of the thought process, test it. But I would say any supply chain professional, I mean, this is like music to our ears. We hate being paper pushers. We want to be the people in the room negotiating, coming up with our master agreements, having huge cost savings. This takes away all of the mundane paperwork stuff and lets us focus on what we really want to be, which is really good business people. So that's how I always answer it. And that's what I want people to think about when they think about technology. It's a great thing coming.
Well, I can't resist Mr. Farbato. Love it. What a great name for that bot, and congratulations on that. And there are certainly kernels of what you said for my next question about how can someone be prepared for the future. So the advice that you would give to the acquisition workforce members about the future, you mentioned things about bringing ideas up the chain, making sure that you're being prepared to deliver those things to your boss or your supervisor, and other things like that. Do you have any other advice that you would give to our workforce members?
So I have 3 words. Phrases, I should say. Be competent, be curious, and be creative. And what I mean by that is, just like you were saying, be competent. Have a great foundation. Learn every single thing you can. Put yourself out there for stretch assignments. Learn all you can in the federal contracting space, because you have to understand the difference between statutes, regulations, policies, and procedures. You have to understand your boundaries. Get your certifications. Get educated. Just make yourself a well-rounded business person. And once you have that foundation, be curious, ask questions, ask why, ask why we're doing something, push people to the limits, because there's so much gray in federal contracting. And if you have a great foundation and you're competent, you can really push it far and come up with really great creative solutions. And that's my third. The reason why we are here is to be great partners with our internal and external customers and whoever you are serving. And honestly, creativity is what's needed in our field. Go out there and bring the best to the table.